Welcome to this week's weekly Pan-African News Roundup on the Kente Business Journal. Here we serve you with all the major news headlines across Africa and the African diaspora. My name is Rahel Akosia-Redua Opoku. In today's headline stories, Unilever Nigeria exits Nigeria's home care and skin cleansing markets. South Africa's economy at risk of stagnation, says IMF. Now the news in details. Nigeria and China's bilateral trade decreased by $80 million in 2022 compared to the previous record year of 2021. The Chinese Chamber of Commerce delegation to the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission was led by Wang Jinping, Minister and Counselor for Economic and Commercial Affairs at the Embassy of the People's Republic of China. He noted that the trade record was $219 million in 2022 and $300 million in 2021. He added that the Chinese government has invested in the Lekki Free Trade Zone as a result of the public-private partnership with the federal government and the Lagos state government. In response, the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, Saratu Umar, reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to fostering closer business ties with the Chinese government in support of both nations' investment drives, and said it was finally time for Nigeria to start exporting finished goods to China. She said over time Nigeria has always imported raw material to China, but they want to take it a notch further to ensure that they start exporting semi-processed and finished goods, which is why they want the Chinese business environment to identify areas of interest, be it agriculture or solid materials, so Nigeria can integrate it into their investment master plan. Unilever Nigeria recently announced its exit from the home care and skin cleansing markets in Nigeria to find a more sustainable and profitable business model. This information was made known by Unilever Nigeria's Secretary Abidemi Ademola, who made the revelation in a corporate notice through the Nigerian Exchange Limited. Unilever claimed that it's altering its business strategy and it will be able to expand more quickly and better serve the interests of customers, shareholders and staff. Unilever Nigeria's home care and skin cleansing brand has a valuation of 50 billion naira. However, the company relayed that its profitability in Nigeria isn't being maximized enough as it looks to explore other markets. The company also stated that it anticipated that its withdrawal from these two categories over 2023 will lead to an overall increase in profitability, business growth and sustainability. The Economic Partnership Agreement, which was signed in December 2020 and ratified in March 2021 by the United Kingdom and Kenya, will be used to spur investment in Kenya. Following Brexit, the agreement ensures that all companies operating in Kenya, including British businesses, can continue to benefit from duty-free access to the UK market. In order for Kenya to benefit fully from the agreement, it also aimed to maintain and enhance market access conditions. The Central Bank of Morocco again raised its key rate on Tuesday by 50 basis points to 3% in order to stem the rise in prices, in particular food, which is affecting low-income and vulnerable households. The central bank had already raised its key rate during its two previous councils in September and December. This new monetary tightening occurs in the context of strong inflationary pressure. The central bank now expects inflation to remain high at 5.5% in 2023 compared to 6.6% in 2022. It should return to 3.9% in 2024. As for economic growth, the Bank of Morocco revised downwards its forecast to 2023 at 2.6% before a recovery to 3.5% in 2024. South Africa's economy is at risk of stagnating this year as the country's electricity crisis continues to cause regular power cuts, the IMF warned on Wednesday. In January, the South African Central Bank announced a GDP growth forecast of 0.3% for the year against 2% in 2022. But the short-term outlook in the continent's leading industrial power has worsened, according to the International Monetary Fund findings after a mission to the country. Real GDP growth is expected to slow sharply to 0.1% in 2023, mainly due to a significant increase in the intensity of power cuts. The fund said GDP contracted by 1.3% in the last quarter of 2022. The country would enter a recession if its economy continued to contract in the first quarter of 2023. The outages cost more than $50 million a day in lost production, according to estimates by the Department of Energy. Kenya's tourism minister says tourism-related revenues increased by 83% in Kenya in 2022 compared to 2021, but did not reach pre-COVID-19 pandemic levels. Kenya, the economic engine of East Africa, is a major tourist destination on the continent, particularly due to its wildlife. In 2022, some 1.5 million tourists visited Kenya, visited up 70% from 2021, but still not reaching pre-pandemic levels, despite the gradual lifting of restrictions. In 2019, around 2 million tourists visited the East African country. American tourists were the most numerous in 2022, accounting for 16% of arrivals, ahead of those from Uganda, which is 12%, the United Kingdom, which is 10%, and Tanzania, also 10%. The authorities had declared last May that tourism contributed before COVID to the GDP up to 10%. And in sports, Antoine Semenyo scored a last-minute goal to secure a 1-0 win for Ghana against Angola in their 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi. The win positioned Ghana on Thursday and stayed in ahead of its Group E. The result obtained at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium in Kumasi allows Chris Hughton, the coach, to begin his coaching career with success. The former Newcastle and Brighton manager was a technical advisor to the Guinean side before taking over from Otuado in charge of the team last month. And that's it for this week's weekly Pan-African News Roundup on the Kente Business Journal. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to stay updated always. You can also follow us on our social media platforms. Catch you next weekend.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel Kente Business Journal TV and press the notification bell to stay updated always.